We've grown up with the concept that a new day begins at sunrise. If you look at the clock, a day begins in the middle of the night. But if you read the creation story, we find that the chronological ordering of a day is evening and then morning. The Hebrews believed the beginning of the new day was when the first 3 stars were visible in the sky. Every day we experience the handoff between moon and sun, and we call it twilight. Twilight acts like the bookends, weaving a flow between light and dark, day and night. Twilight is actually on both sides of the day, before sunrise and after sunset. A few days ago I sat and watched the sunrise and watched the sunset. The colors between the day and night mingled, playing with the clouds, the trees, the ground, and the sky. The hues seemed to dance from light to dark, and red and purple, yellow and orange. The rainbow of colors seemed to dance across the sky, fusing earth and the air, blending the shades of light and darkness that God separated on the first day, as if pulling apart 2 lovers on a dance floor. The Hebrew word for twilight is nesef. It is the same word that is used to describe the remnant of light after the sun sets and the emergence of the first colors before dawn. According to Scripture, Passover begins on the 14th day of the 2nd month at twilight. Passover is the pinnacle of Jewish festivals, celebrating the freedom of the Jews from Egypt. Passover is also the festival which Jesus broke the bread and declared, "This is my body," and he began his journey to the cross. After his crucifixion, Jesus' resurrection took place at the twilight on the 3rd day. Most of our lives, we live in a rush. Can you remember the last time that you sat down to enjoy this beautiful dance that we call twilight? We hurry from home to work and from work to home. We measure our days by our to-do lists and getting from one obligation to the next one on time. We barely notice the transition of colors in the sky over our head, let alone the twilight of emotions and spirituality taking place in our lives. We notice when our lives feel buried in heavy darkness or when the light seems overwhelming. But rarely do we pay attention to this subtle shift, the interplay of faith, of life, and emotions. If we can learn to be mindful of the twilight, the space where God and life collide in dazzling splendor, if we can pay attention to the twilight that God has made our dance, we can begin to enjoy the full richness of experience God has intended for each of us.